Remember that spiders are more afraid of you than you are of them. Run to.
Run to.
Run to.
Run to.
Go toward or reach.
Go toward or reach.
When in trouble, she would run to her best friend for help.
When in trouble, she would run to her best friend for help.
通じる。
Run up.
Run up.
Run up.
Run up.
Increase or accumulate.
Increase or accumulate.
They managed to run up a significant debt.
They managed to run up a significant debt.
ランアップ。
Run up against.
Run up against.
Run up against.
Run up against.
Encounter an obstacle or difficulty.
Encounter an obstacle or difficulty.
They didn't expect to run up against so many challenges.
They didn't expect to run up against so many challenges.
に対して実行します。
In the saddle.
In the saddle.
In the saddle.
In the saddle.
In control or with authority.
In control or with authority.
He's back in the saddle and ready to take charge.
He's back in the saddle and ready to take charge.
サドルで。
For the sake of.
For the sake of.
For the sake of.
For the sake of.
For the benefit or purpose of.
For the benefit or purpose of.
She made sacrifices for the sake of her family's happiness.
She made sacrifices for the sake of her family's happiness.
のために。
For sale.
For sale.
For sale.
For sale.
Available for purchase.
Available for purchase.
The house next door is for sale at a reasonable price.
The house next door is for sale at a reasonable price.
販売のため。
On sale.
On sale.
On sale.
On sale.
Available at a reduced price.
Available at a reduced price.
Many items are on sale during the holiday season.
Many items are on sale during the holiday season.
発売中。
All the same.
All the same.
All the same.
All the same.
Nevertheless or regardless.
Nevertheless or regardless.
He was determined to go all the same, despite the obstacles.
He was determined to go all the same, despite the obstacles.
すべて同じ。
The same as.
The same as.
The same as.
The same as.
Identical or equal to.
Identical or equal to.
Her new bike is the same as her friend's bike.
Her new bike is the same as her friend's bike.
と同じです。
On a large scale.
On a large scale.
On a large scale.
On a large scale.
On a grand or extensive level.
On a grand or extensive level.
The company plans to expand on a large scale this year.
The company plans to expand on a large scale this year.
大規模に。
On a small scale.
On a small scale.
On a small scale.
On a small scale.
On a limited or minor level.
On a limited or minor level.
The pilot program was tested on a small scale first.
The pilot program was tested on a small scale first.
小規模で。
Scale down.
Scale down.
Scale down.
Scale down.
Reduce or make smaller.
Reduce or make smaller.
Due to budget constraints, they had to scale down the project.
Due to budget constraints, they had to scale down the project.
スケールダウン。
Make oneself scarce.
Make oneself scarce.
Make oneself scarce.
Make oneself scarce.
To disappear or leave quickly.
To disappear or leave quickly.
When the party got boring, he decided to make himself scarce.
When the party got boring, he decided to make himself scarce.
自分を乏しくする。
Scarcely, when.
Scarcely, when.
Scarcely, when.
Scarcely, when.
Almost not or just before.
Almost not or just before.
Scarcely had he left the room when the phone rang.
Scarcely had he left the room when the phone rang.
ほとんど。いつ。
Ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule.
Earlier than planned or expected.
Earlier than planned or expected.
Ahead of schedule, we completed the project.
Ahead of schedule, we completed the project.
予定より前倒し。
On schedule.
On schedule.
On schedule.
On schedule.
According to the set timetable.
According to the set timetable.
The train arrived on schedule.
The train arrived on schedule.
スケジュール通り。
Scrape through.
Scrape through.
Scrape through.
Scrape through.
Barely succeed or manage with difficulty.
Barely succeed or manage with difficulty.
We had to scrape through our savings to make ends meet.
We had to scrape through our savings to make ends meet.
スクレーピングスルー。
Up to scratch.
Up to scratch.
Up to scratch.
Up to scratch.
Meeting the required standard or quality.
Meeting the required standard or quality.
Make sure your work is up to scratch before submitting it.
Make sure your work is up to scratch before submitting it.
スクラッチまで。
Put the screw on.
Put the screw on.
Put the screw on.
Put the screw on.
Apply pressure or demand.
Apply pressure or demand.
The boss decided to put the screws on and increase the workload.
The boss decided to put the screws on and increase the workload.
ネジを締めます。
Screw up.
Screw up.
Screw up.
Screw up.
Make a mistake or mess up.
Make a mistake or mess up.
Don't screw up the presentation.
Don't screw up the presentation.
大失敗する。
Seal off.
Seal off.
Seal off.
Seal off.
Close or block access.
Close or block access.
We need to seal off the room for renovation.
We need to seal off the room for renovation.
封印。
See about.
See about.
See about.
See about.
Attend to or take care of.
Attend to or take care of.
I'll see about getting us some tickets.
I'll see about getting us some tickets.
について見る。
See off.
See off.
See off.
See off.
Accompany to departure or say goodbye.
Accompany to departure or say goodbye.
We'll see off our guests at the airport.
We'll see off our guests at the airport.
見送る。
See out.
See out.
See out.
See out.
Accompany until the end or finish.
Accompany until the end or finish.
He saw the project out to its very end.
He saw the project out to its very end.
見送る。
See through.
See through.
See through.
See through.
Understand the true nature or expose.
Understand the true nature or expose.
I can see through your excuses.
I can see through your excuses.
見透かす。
See to.
See to.
See to.
See to.
Take care of or handle.
Take care of or handle.
Please see to it that everything is ready.
Please see to it that everything is ready.
参照してください。
Seeing.
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 Because or considering that.
Because or considering that.
Seeing that you're here, let's get started.
Seeing that you're here, let's get started.
を見て。
Send away.
Send away.
Send away.
Send away.
Cause to leave or dismiss.
Cause to leave or dismiss.
She asked him to send away the unwanted guests.
She asked him to send away the unwanted guests.
追い払う。
Send for.
Send for.
Send for.
Send for.
Request someone to come.
Request someone to come.
Please send for a doctor.
Please send for a doctor.
呼び出す。
Send in.
Send in.
Send in.
Send in.
Submit or dispatch.
Submit or dispatch.
Don't forget to send in your application by the deadline.
Don't forget to send in your application by the deadline.
送信。
Send off.
Send off.
Send off.
Send off.
Dispatch or dismiss.
Dispatch or dismiss.
We'll send off the package tomorrow.
We'll send off the package tomorrow.
お見送り。
Send out.
Send out.
Send out.
Send out.
Distribute or emit.
Distribute or emit.
They will send out the invitations.
They will send out the invitations.
繰り出す。
Send up.
Send up.
Send up.
Send up.
Cause to go upward or imitate.
Cause to go upward or imitate.
His behavior will send up red flags.
His behavior will send up red flags.
送信する。
Come to one's senses.
Come to one's senses.
Come to one's senses.
Come to one's senses.
To regain consciousness or awareness.
To regain consciousness or awareness.
After the accident, he finally came to his senses and realized the danger.
After the accident, he finally came to his senses and realized the danger.
正気に戻る。
In a sense.
In a sense.
In a sense.
In a sense.
To a certain extent or in a certain way.
To a certain extent or in a certain way.
In a sense, we are all responsible for the outcome.
In a sense, we are all responsible for the outcome.
ある意味。
You have as many hours in a day as the people you admire most.